Hello, welcome to this update for Europe. Let's see what's happening because next week there'll be a cold snap in some spots of Western Europe because of some Arctic air coming down. So let's see, first today is November 16th, and we do have a few storms in the middle of the Mediterranean from the leftover front that left some rain in Spain yesterday, and even a tornado in Portugal, and still have a few showers in Portugal and some storms in Italy and eastern France too. So if there are some more fronts in the Atlantic as well. And next week, we do expect, like by Wednesday, these colder conditions. So Monday, tomorrow, still shows some snow across Norway there, and Sweden, and across Western Russia and Latvia as well. Possibly some freezing rain in Russia. So Monday shows like Monday afternoon. This system keeps going through the Alps and Slovakia, Czechia with more snow. Possibly some snow across like Czechia, Slovakia, southern Germany, even a few spots of freezing rain possible, but especially snow across the Alps. Monday shows more snow, like especially Tuesday, this goes down into the Balkans. The 18th Tuesday shows some snow down there as well. And especially in the mountains, the higher terrain into Montenegro, some freezing rain in the higher terrain is possible too. So Tuesday, Wednesday, it already shows like this mass of cold air coming down with snow drizzles across the North Sea. And then Wednesday shows like these arrived spots of Western Europe with some snow even outside the mountains in central France, and possibly Wednesday into Thursday, and then shows more snow in northern Spain, the Pyrenees Thursday, and especially later Thursday shows more snow northern Spain, most of the Alps, and especially central France, even some drizzles of snow in Germany, Luxembourg, and then especially Thursday night, the European model has still some snow across spots of northern Spain, southern France on the Pyrenees, and then this goes away. And still by Saturday has some snow, a few areas there. So better watch this closely. But first, in the short range for the snow, just until like today, Sunday, just until Wednesday, shows those areas across Central to Eastern Europe, some 20 centimeters, 22 spots in Switzerland, some 23 or more in the Alps, and spots there in the Balkans, some 26 centimeters, even northern Kosovo, spot or two in Macedonia, but especially in Bosnia, shows some snow in Slovakia and to western Ukraine, and spots in Romania, some snow in the mountains there in the higher terrain, most of Czechia, and this always happens every winter. The most of the snow is like on the sidelines of Czechia. It's interesting, but like shows southern Czechia and even like close to St. Peter in Prague on the European model. So snow is possible near Prague at least, and shows there northern Italy in the Alps and everything. So be aware, and shows some more snow in Scotland, spots there in Northern Ireland, even the UK, spots there, most of the UK, especially northern areas, and even in England, in southern areas of the UK, shows some 2 centimeters. So this might be the first interesting snow of the season. So like central France, even like in Belgium shows more snow. So this event might be widespread because there are some regions here that normally don't get much snow. So be aware. And until Wednesday is also showing a lot across Russia, most of Western Russia there, and also Latvia and Estonia, more than 10 centimeters. So northern Lithuania too. So be aware. Today's Sunday night, so between today and Wednesday, some more snow in those areas. In Norway, especially coastal Norway, and central eastern Iceland shows as well, and northern Norway. So be aware in those areas. And this has been debated by some meteorologists here for many days now. But the European is trying to show snow in spots of Spain, even close to the coast. Many runs had snow like near near the Mediterranean. A few runs ago it showed like near Barcelona too, but then it keeps changing. Maybe the next run will only show in the mountains, but this current run is showing snow like even spots outside the Pyrenees in northeastern Spain, relatively close to the coast, like 1 centimeter or two, even like 10 centimeters central areas there. So better just watch this. This is until Friday, so this might happen on Thursday, the 20th. But northern Spain is sure to get a lot of snow, like 30, 29, 39 centimeters. The northern coast of Spain and some areas near the coast don't even get much snow there. So this event will feature very interesting snowfall patterns, show spots central Spain as well, and especially in the mountains there in the French side of the Pyrenees and also in the Spanish side in Andorra. So be aware in those areas. And these many areas here are still uncertain. This might change until Thursday. And these areas in northeastern Spain might get snow or might not. But it depends. The Pyrenees is sure to get snow, COC. But these areas further near the coast might happen or might not. We'll see. It depends, but be aware and shows like spots in the further south in Andalusia, in those mountains, Sierra Nevada might get some snow too. So be aware, and those mountains, central Spain. Now going back to France, show like most of central France, even like 10 centimeters, spots in the Alps, shows a lot into Switzerland, and even spots in those mountains, western Italy, might get some. And even some islands like Corsica, 7 centimeters, Sardinia, Sicily shows 2 centimeters, but it's just a European. The GFS is absolutely nothing in Corsica, absolutely nothing in Sicily, nor in Sardinia, nor near the coast in Spain. So the GFS is very conservative, just to the mountains. But in terms of like northern Spain, the GFS does show a lot. But the icon, it also doesn't have anything in the Mediterranean, nor neither in the mountains, in those islands, but it does have a lot in the Alps and the Pyrenees. The icon tries to get further away from the mountains, but still far from the coast. So we'll see what happens. And then show like northern Spain, more than 30 centimeters. So be aware in those areas. Going back to the European, that the European has the most widespread snow. I think this model just likes snow because it shows a lot scattered across Germany, some 18 centimeters, most of Belgium, northern France, and show like Denmark as a few areas with a few centimeters, northern Poland, more into Slovakia, southern Poland, and more spots there in the Balkans, into Croatia as well. So be aware, many areas of France, even close to Paris, might get some snow. The GFS is a lot across Germany as well. Central France doesn't have much in Paris, but show like much of Germany into Czechia as well. The icon is very not excited. It shows mainly in the Alps and a few spots in Germany. So be aware and does show more in the UK. London, not really, but shows more spots central northern UK, even Iceland, even there into Ireland. So be aware in those areas. We'll keep watching. There's the high resolution model just for the next day or so until Monday. Alright, it shows snow in the Alps, even 18 centimeters. Alright, it shows the next day or so, even Germany and spotted through the Pyrenees there. So be aware and stay safe within this winter weather system. And further north until next Friday shows still in Norway a little bit and a little bit still in Russia. So be aware, and does increase a little bit in Iceland until the end of next week. So another area that we should watch is Northern Africa, show like some 15, 19 centimeters in Northern Africa, spots in Algeria, in Morocco there's some 6 centimeters, so be aware. And the GFS just a little bit in Algeria, the icon as well, Morocco into Algeria, so be aware. There might be some snow down there as well, so be aware. And rain accumulation until next Friday. There's a slight flood threat across the Balkans, northern Greece into Albania, more than 200 meters in a spot or two. And there in Albania, northern areas into Montenegro, close to 200 meters in a spot or two, and even more. So be careful, some flood threats, some landslides from this system now. The GFS has more in Montenegro, northern Albania, and spots in Croatia, Slovenia. So be careful. And there'll be some stronger thunderstorms there as well, especially in some Mediterranean areas. There might be some thunderstorms, so always be careful. Some storms might be strong. So it shows there widespread rain in spots of Germany, northern Spain, near the coast. And this will be rain and snow, as you all saw in the snow map. So be aware. Some mixed precipitation, the UK as well, and shows heavier near the northern coast of Algeria there as well. So be aware, the Eastern Mediterranean is still relatively dry. So still watching, but be careful of a few areas of flood threats. So stay safe. Let's see here now what might happen these temperatures. So first, the general trend, the GFS shows like there's above average temperatures southeastern Europe now. These below average temperatures dominate much of Central Europe and Northern Europe by Wednesday. It shows like this wave of cold air there in the west, the Eastern Atlantic, goes into the UK, into France, Spain, Portugal. And this is by Friday, the 21st, some much below average temperatures across Spain and France and Portugal, spots in Switzerland, Germany, Norway, and more areas. So some much below average temperatures. This continues into Northern Africa as well by the 22nd, and more spots in Europe. Later might have a slight warm up, but the rest is still uncertain, but still shows kind of below average a few areas. So be careful. And the European shoe. It has like today the 16th, some below average going to Central Europe, and then the real wave comes Thursday into Friday, down to Western Europe. The Europeans are like much below average temperatures, much of Spain, France, Portugal, even Italy, spots in Northern Africa there. So be careful in those areas and stay safe from the cold. So here there's like the European model again. Let's check Spain very quick so you can see. It shows like Tuesday, Wednesday, there in northern Spain, the Pyrenees, Wednesday night, and it does show these areas like eastern Spain, Thursday to Friday. There's no spots, central areas, so we're still monitoring this, and it showed like northern Africa, some heavier rain and some snow as well. And so be aware those areas, and especially like let's see, Europe and North Atlantic shows like let's see the temperature anomalies. So like here it shows like there further northern Europe, those below average temperatures, it gathers in the Atlantic there near Iceland by Tuesday, and then this full-on wave of cold air just drops into South and like Western Europe by Thursday and Friday, and does show some much below average temperatures as this goes. So at the same time, some slightly above average temperatures there in Russia in some areas. So be aware and please be careful. This cold wave coming because now is also in the negative phase of the Arctic Oscillation. And when it's the negative phase, the jet stream is wavier and it allows for blasts of cold air to come down to the mid latitudes. So, and this is what's about to happen this week. So be aware in those areas, just be careful the cold. And here is interesting, shows next Saturday a slight area of low pressure in the Mediterranean left over from the cold snap. So this might bring some extra storms next weekend there across the Mediterranean. So be careful in those areas. And like Thursday, Friday here shows a lot of widespread showers and storms Friday, most of the Mediterranean, and more snow and ice heading later Saturday, spots Central Europe with the area of low pressure. So better just watch this into next weekend and be careful in those areas. So here now let's see what the actual temperatures might feel like. So there across Norway, Sweden, those areas, it's already very cold, even like -19, some -16, -5 in the south, and Russia's very cold. Spots of central Turkey there in the mountains, and through Estonia, Latvia, and those areas. So during the night, the coldest part of the night shows in the Alps colder, some active temperatures, and the Pyrenees there at the coast, still some 11, 10 degrees. But take a look at the UK, alright, some frosts, some -3 in a few areas in the north. In Iceland, no, Iceland, in Ireland, some 1 degree to 5 degrees. So be aware, this is Monday, Monday afternoon does warm up, especially in the Mediterranean, where the cold air has not arrived yet, some 21 in Sicily. And honestly, that might be the warmest place in all of Europe at this time. And then shows like Monday night into Tuesday morning, already it drops a lot, a few spots. Central Europe into Eastern Europe, some -4, Slovakia, spots there throughout Tuesday in the Alps, some -8. The Pyrenees slightly less cold than this night, but still shows some cold temperatures. And like still in the UK, spots there across Norway into Sweden, even like -20 in Sweden. So stay warm there. Be careful in Iceland, some -17. And the real deal starts on Wednesday. Take a look at this. This is Wednesday morning, November 19th. There's an active temperature stretching from Spain to Russia. Shows like central Germany into central southern France, some active temperatures, except on the coast, but many areas shows below zero. Shows there in the mountains across Spain, in the Pyrenees, in Andorra, some -7, central Spain, cold on the coast, around 7 degrees still, and spots slightly colder. So shows in Italy there, some -1, spots there, -14, the Alps, Croatia, and there into Slovenia, very cold, especially into Bosnia and other spots there, still cold, and shows this goes until Russia there, Western Russia. There's like spots of Western Russia that are warmer ahead of this mass of cold air, and further west colder near Scandinavia there, even like -19 in Sweden and Norway, even like -19 to 20. So stay safe in Iceland as well. And Wednesday afternoon, so like it does warm up a little bit Wednesday afternoon, like some 13 degrees, southern Spain, 14 degrees, and but still show like Turkey spots there in the mountains, some active temperatures. In Norway, Sweden, like still cold, -20 Wednesday evening, and spots there across Central Europe. So if this was Wednesday, let's take a look at Thursday. So Thursday morning shows like still across Spain, most of the UK, even London, like 1 degree. It shows 1, but the map's like -1, 0 degrees, a few areas, most central southern UK, and spots there across central Spain as well. The Pyrenees, the coast is still fine, shows some 7, 6 degrees, and the Pyrenees to -9 in a few areas. Southern Spain, a few mountains there, most of the Alps, and like most of northeastern Europe, some colder temperatures too. So be careful. Sweden already is like -21, some wind chills close to -30, and spots there in Finland. So be careful, and especially Central Europe with these temperatures, some wind chills might be lower, like -1. It might feel like -5 if there's wind and everything. So stay safe. Thursday during the day warms up a little bit, especially in spots in the Mediterranean, and then still cold there in the north. It's now cold forever there. So stay warm, be careful. And a few spots near the coast do warm a few degrees. So Friday morning might be a very chilly day across Western Europe. Shows like Spots of Spain, some -2, -1, -12 on the Pyrenees. Spots near the coast like 2, 3 degrees. And further west shows like somehow Madrid is still to 1 degree, but so surrounding it, all negative temperatures. Spots there, northern Spain, some -5, northern Portugal, spots central, southern Spain. So be careful going to France, shows like some -2, 0 degrees in Paris, or even colder. Spots in Belgium. Into Luxembourg, it shows some -17 there in the Alps. So be careful. Spots most of France. In the UK, 0 degrees or less in London, and spots there across Scotland to -7 even, and spots in Ireland. So be careful. Denmark, kind of cold too, even to -3. Some 0 degrees in Germany, spots in Czechia. Just to compare the GFS, it has a similar thing as well, but it has slightly warmer near the coasts, but it does have a lot of cold central areas too. The European is more widespread, so be careful. Shows more across northwestern Russia, spots in Sweden to -20, Norway still, especially in the mountains. Iceland does improve a little bit. So Friday afternoon it does warm up a little bit, and then Saturday morning some active temperatures northern Algeria, there in Africa, a big chunk of northern Algeria, Morocco, and let's just go back here. Shows across France and Spain some active temperature spots of northeastern Spain still, not too far from the coast, and spots there across like central Spain, Madrid as well, some 0 degrees, spots in Portugal. On the Atlantic coast around 9 degrees, but further into the interior, colder. Now for Central Europe, Saturday morning does show most of France, like -3 in Paris, might be pretty cold. Spots of -9 in Belgium, there in the Alps to -17. So really be careful in those areas. Germany, the UK, spots of -1 still. So stay safe in those areas, be careful. And yeah, it still shows much of Central Europe, spots in the Central Mountains in Italy too. And yeah, so stay safe, just trying to see Sunday morning. Still cold across Spain, France, spots in Germany and everything, but slightly less severe. So be careful, Norway, Sweden, and then Sunday afternoon does show Sweden finally getting a break. Southern areas in Finland getting slightly better, but Iceland cold again. So be aware, and we'll keep watching. These temperatures will still change a lot. Different models might have completely different things, but just be aware of what's coming and be careful, including the temperatures and also the wind chills and the snow. So now there's the ARPET model here too. See if it has something interesting. It has like today's Sunday, it's already night, but let's go into Monday. The snow continues in the Alps. That low pressure system tracks towards Slovakia. Shows Monday there. Like even snow in the Balkans. Tuesday, the heavy rain in the Balkans there. The flood threat. And then Wednesday, that low pressure spinning there in the North Sea, bringing the cold air on the left side of it. So that's a big player there in the game. And then it shows Wednesday to Thursday snow starting the Pyrenees and Alps again in northern Spain. So be careful. Let's see if it has true mirror temperatures here. It shows like today's Sunday into Monday shows like Central Europe, those cold temperatures, especially Wednesday morning, shows like in the range of between like 4 degrees and -2. Much of Central Eastern Europe, that there into Western Europe as well. Spain, Portugal, already pretty chilly, and then into Thursday morning shows even colder, like I showed you there. So stay safe, be careful of this cold coming, especially in the northern countries that the cold might be pretty severe. So be aware those areas. And here, I'm not sure this model has snow, but it has precipitation. So yeah, So stay safe in those areas, be careful. Let's just see this map here. Shows precipitation type, a little bit of freezing rain, Western Russia today. Shows like, even shows Monday, spots in the Pyrenees, and possible freezing rain on the European, the GFS. Not really the icon, just some wet snow, but it depends. Monday, Tuesday, there the Balkans shows some wet snow and some ice as well. Then Tuesday, Wednesday, this goes further into Europe there, shows some widespread snow in a few areas and more rain, and occasionally a few spots of ice. So Thursday, Friday, and yeah, so stay safe there, be careful. Hello again. Let's just see one more thing. So the wind gusts today into Monday show strong gusts in the mountain central Italy, spots in the Balkans throughout Monday, even more than 8 km per gusts, spots in the North Sea as well. It shows like Monday, then to Tuesday in Croatia, some strong gusts. This is Tuesday morning, shows there in the mountains, Ukraine to Romania, and shows the Tramontana as well, picking up in southern France near Spain. And then this is Wednesday, shows the seas near the UK and Faroe Islands there, and maybe some stronger winds in the Azores, possibly Wednesday. And then Thursday into Friday, they start picking up the Mediterranean again. Some very strong severe wind gusts near Spain and France, and spots there in Albania as well. So Friday, Saturday does pick up a lot across eastern Spain, spots in central Mediterranean and more areas. So we're still watching. Stay safe.